this video is really intended to help those who have been asking how to get to Canada. My relatives are asking me how to get to Canada. My friends are asking me. Please do subscribe and click on the bell button so you can get notifications of my next video, because I will be posting more videos about this. There will be a follow-up video about this discussion mostly coming from your comments. And also after this video was recorded tonight, there were more questions that were raised by my friends who were here during the recording. So I will be discussing that issue after this video, so please keep watching. Also, I will try to get Rudy's success stories featured, like families who already got their permanent residency. I will try to get an interview with them as well, so you will get a testimony of how if the Liz Villaforte, or mostly called Hani by my friends. So this will be my first interview with a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. He's an immigration consultant. He studied about this. He has a license for this, so he would be the most suited person to tell you about this. So it would be ideal if all the information is coming from him, so there won't be any mistakes along the way. He is a friend, a very close friend of mine. I know him personally. He's helped me a lot in many ways when I just got here. Especially when my family just got here, we had decisions we had to make, and I didn't have any knowledge of how the government in Canada works. And I've known a lot of friends also whom he've assisted with their immigration concerns. So tonight he'll be joining me, which is very, very nice of him because I know he's busy. So I'm really lucky that tonight I can have him for an interview. So he will be discussing about this program. I hope you learn, and I hope you the props. So tonight I have Mr. Rudy. The topic for tonight will be about coming to Canada to get a permanent residency through the student visa program. So Mr. Rudy is a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. So right now, he is focusing, your focus right now is about this student visa, right, Kuya?
Yes. I call it Study, Work, and Live in Canada program. This is a pathway to help students come to Canada, use the study program as a way to achieve a permanent residency in Canada. Canada allows students to work part-time, and then after completing education, the student will be eligible to a work permit called postgraduate work permit. The length of the postgraduate work permit depends on the length of study. Okay. So what happens next is they will be given a full-time work permit so they can get enough Canadian work experience. And once they get enough Canadian work experience and then the Canadian education, they become eligible to become permanent residents in Canada. During the process, while they are working, I help them gain their permanent residency by processing the permanent residency application.
Okay.
So all throughout that process, I'll be assisting them from application to the schools to get them admitted to the school, and then getting the study permit, and then the work permit while they are studying, because they are allowed to work for 20 hours while studying.
Even at the start, or
even at the start, once they start studying here, they are allowed to work part-time
right
for 20 hours right away.
Okay.
And then during summer breaks or Christmas breaks, they are allowed to work full-time.
Oh, okay.
And after graduation, they will be given a postgraduate work permit, which allows them to work full-time, as many jobs as possible,
But it has to
That's
be
fine.
related to their study, or
It doesn't need to be related to their study, but I always recommend to them that it has to be in a skilled level position.
oh, okay. And for these jobs, are you going to assist them to find these jobs, or are they going to do it themselves?
I don't assist in providing
Job
jobs,
finding, okay.
but based on experience, once they started studying, then they get enough confidence to apply for positions that they think that they are eligible. And then what happens in reality is that these students are offered full-time job after graduation.
Okay. What do they have to qualify for this program?
Most schools would require an English proficiency examination. There are two major ones, IELTS, IELTS, and CELPIP, CELPIP, academic examination.
Is there any age qualification for this?
There's no age limit for this one, but of course, most students who come here ranges from age 18 years old to 42, 45 years old.
Okay, so I'm still in.
You're still in.
And also, how long is the processing? Like from the start of seeing you, like
From the
consulting
start,
you?
yeah, from the consulting, what I would do from the start is to assess first their initial qualification. Okay, and then I would recommend to them the programs to take, which school to enroll in,
Okay.
upon knowing which city or province they prefer. And then once I got those information, I would apply to the school in their behalf.
Okay, that sounds good.
So yeah, I start the representation from the enrollment. And then I make sure that they are accepted the school. Once they are accepted by the school, then we start doing the study permit application. Study permit application would normally take 2 to 3 months, including
That's quite quick.
submission of documents, submission of passport, medical examination, biometrics.
So there is still a health you have
Requirement?
to, yeah, health
Yes,
requirement.
because they'll be staying in Canada for more than 6 months, so a medical examination is required.
Okay. So the processing will be about 2 to 3 months, but before they even get here, they will already have a school. They will be sent to a
Yes.
school. How about accommodation? Are you gonna?
Accommodation depends. Some schools would provide their own accommodation. They have
Okay.
dormitories. And some schools have their own staff who assist in finding accommodation outside of the school. So these are some of the assistance that the schools provide to the students.
Everything, my understanding is, first there will be a consultation,
Yes.
like what would be their preferences, province-wise, what course they want to study, qualifications, like to assess their qualification as well for the program, and then you will be assisting them with enrollment, and once they get here, you will be assisting them with getting their permanent residency. But as to their work, like where they will work, that
Yeah.
would be up to them. But there
Yes.
will be consultation.
I would normally provide advice regarding work and study programs. But there's one thing I'd like to add. There are some students that are married or in a common law partner relationship, or they call it in some countries live-in partners. The live-in partners, common law partners, or spouses are allowed to come with them to Canada
Okay.
while they are studying and having a part-time work permit. The spouse or the common law partner will be given an open work permit. That means they don't need to leave each other. They can come here together, and then the spouse is eligible for an open work permit, which means he can work in eligible jobs as many jobs as possible.
While the other is studying.
While the other is
That's
studying
really
and
good,
also
yeah.
working part-time.
Yeah, that's really good because the work permit I had back then, I was not allowed to bring any family.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This
which is by
is
myself.
why this program is a lot better.
Yeah, it's a lot better for families for sure.
Yes.
So that's good. So you should inquire and just message if you want to avail of this program and leave a comment so we can address your questions. Thank you for watching. So Kuya, one more question.
Sure.
My question is, how long can they study in Canada? Like within this program, how long can they study in Canada? And how long after their study can they stay in Canada? Especially since with the permanent residency processing and everything,
Yeah.
how long are they allowed to stay in Canada within
Okay.
this program?